Manchester United has missed 3 of their major targets in the midfield. Manchester United actually missed on Elliot Anderson because he has signed for Manchester City, and they have missed out Matheus Fernandes as he has gone to Spurs, and we also missed out Sandro Tonali because he also signed for Spurs. So what is the available alternative that Manchester United can be able to get this summer when it comes to the midfield position? Of course, there has been talk that Manchester United has discussed Alex Scott and Tchouameni internally. So of course, what is our job here on Tactical Trafford is to basically discuss all the targets of Manchester United, particularly the midfield position, because that is where we need majority of our overhaul going into next season. So of course, we are going to be speaking about Alex Scott and Tchouameni individually, and we are also going to be speaking about 2 of them as a unit and how they are going to help Manchester United in the midfield. But before you actually picture Alex Scott and Tchouameni in the Manchester United midfield, let's actually look at the depth that Manchester United is going to be having in the midfield. Because of course, if you picture a player like Aurelien Tchouameni, of course you know that Tchouameni is a ball winner, he's a ball anchor, he's somebody that is repeatedly going to win those balls, give those long passes, be very positionally disciplined, hold out to his position and be very brave for Manchester United. And if Tchouameni is not going to be in the team, of course, in some games, Edison is that player that of course is going to be able to step up for Tchouameni and also replicate same, because he's a very physical player, he's an athletic player, he's somebody that is available to constantly win those balls and try to also help Manchester United to progress from the deeper part of the pitch, probably from the first phase to the second phase. Edison is also capable of doing that. And also, if you also look outside Tchouameni and Edison, you're going to realize that we also have Meno, who is a technically gifted player, somebody that can play in tight spaces, that can give those combinations, that can also play in various triangles depending on how Michael Carrick wants to set up. You know that Meno is that player that's also developed physically, somebody that has constantly learned how to win the ball back for Manchester United. And if you don't have Meno starting, of course you are going to have a player like Alex Scott that is going to come in and also provide similar characteristics, similar to Manchester United. Because if you hear a player like Alex Scott, you know that it's somebody that is very good with his feet, somebody that knows how to dribble, knows how to play in tight spaces, knows how to give those long passes, play very expansive, be very brave on the ball as well, and he can be able to beat his men with lots of dribbles, aside having this ability to wriggle out of tight spaces. And so of course Manchester United then have a very good depth in the midfield, as opposed to last season where Manchester United does have just Casemiro and Meno in the midfield position and probably the Fletcher twins. But in this season, of course, we are going to be having a lot of depth if we end up signing these 2 players. And of course, if you also go into the attacking midfield position, we have Bruno Fernandes, who was just the best player in the Premier League, broke their 6th record with 21 assists. And then you also have Mason Mount, who is a very good player on his day when he's fit. He's somebody that can also be able to provide similar depth for us in the number 10 position. So looking at the midfield position, you know that Manchester United are going to have a lot of depth if we complete these signings, because we cannot really be so sure about any player until the player holds the Manchester United shirt. So of course in the midfield, Manchester United have a lot of depth, because we definitely do. Next season, we are going to be playing a total of 50-60 games depending on how far we progress on every competition that we participate in. So it's not going to be like last season where we have like 40 games. So we are going to be playing 50 plus games at most next season, and so we need to have more depth, we need to have more quality in every position. So guys, let's actually dive into this video together and try to analyze how these 2 players can be able to transform Manchester United in the midfield position. So like I've always said here on the channel, if you tune in to watch a Bournemouth game, Alex Scott is definitely that player that is going to pick your attention, because he's somebody that has this swagger, this personality and this arrogance to play for Manchester United. The way he carries himself on the pitch and the way he plays, his personality is really suited to that of Manchester United. He's somebody that is going to really complement us. And also, of course, personality doesn't play the football on the pitch, and personality doesn't elevate the team. So what does Alex Scott bring to Manchester United exactly? So he's somebody that can be able to not be in a rush on the ball. That is one thing I can tell you for a fact. Alex Scott is somebody that is very confident on the ball. I know that Michael Carrick has, since he came to Manchester United, he has always wanted his players to take more touches on the ball, try to be very more delicate and intense when making those line-breaking passes decision, or when trying to lure the opposition. And Alex Scott is the perfect player to be able to use as a weapon. He's somebody that he's never in a rush to play. He's somebody that likes to take 2, 3 or 4 touches before he plays. So he's somebody that is an exact replica to the way Vitinha plays. They are players that likes to hold the ball more. They are players that like to spend more time on the ball. So instead of rushing and trying to play those long passes in behind, just like Casemiro at Manchester United, is somebody that likes to play those one-time passes in behind, long passes to split defensive line. Alex Scott is rather a different player because he likes to attract the opposition, likes to attract a lot of players to him. And when a lot of players have been attracted to Alex Scott, of course, it's going to create spaces in behind for him to pin those line breaking passes and hurt the opposition. So in terms of being very brave on the ball, taking more touches on the ball, knowing when to pass, knowing when to release the ball, and also knowing when to beat his man with maybe footwork or try to be very fast on the play, Alex Scott is that player that is really going to suit Manchester United. And in the case whereby he's paired up with somebody like KOMBO'S, he's somebody that is really going to exceed the expectation because he's really going to suit KOMBO'S a lot. He's going to complement him because they play similar kind of football. There are players that can be able to take a lot more touches on the ball, try to be very good in terms of combination play. But one part of Alex Scott's personality that is not really shown is his ability to confidently win the ball back. There are situations where Manchester United want to press because of course last season a lot of times we didn't press because of how our midfield was. So this season I know that a lot is going to change. So in the situation where Manchester United wants to press, Alex Scott is that player that can be able to press and win that ball back in the third phase. Aside from him keeping the ball and being very good on the ball, he's somebody that is also very good without the ball. I never really knew that Alex Scott was really good on without the ball until I started watching him, and I actually found out that he's somebody that knows how to win this ball perfectly well. He knows how to make time tackles, he knows how to win the ball confidently and help Manchester United transition the ball. So personally for me, when talking about Aurelien Tchouameni, we have spoken a lot about Tchouameni in the channel, so I will not be diving into Tchouameni a lot in this video because we have spoken about Tchouameni a lot. We also released the video on Aurelien Tchouameni last week. If you have not watched that video, I want you guys to kindly go and watch that video. We analyzed Aurelien Tchouameni using all his data presenter. So talking about Tchouameni generally as a player, he's somebody that is going to bring you a kind of positional discipline in the number 6 position because they are really number 6 in the market currently, and if you get Aurelien Tchouameni as a number 6, it is really going to give us that comfort that we so crave in the number 6 position, and it's going to be exactly the Casemiro replacement because I've always said here in Tactical Trafford, if you want to replace Casemiro, you need somebody that knows how to win the ball, somebody that is good aerially, somebody that knows how to pass, somebody that knows how to win the ball constantly, somebody that has that endurance to run for majority of the game. And Tchouameni is exactly that player. He's going to win the ball back, he's going to be very aggressive when trying to win the ball back, he's going to also press, he's going to help us in the first phase because he's quite comfortable playing with his back to goal. He knows how to play those long passes, he knows how to play line breaking passes. If you also look at his passing map, you're going to find out that the majority of his passes from the last few seasons has been in the 90% percentile. That tells you that Aurelien Tchouameni is the perfect 6 for Manchester United. So in the case where Aurelien Tchouameni and Alex Scott plays together for Manchester United, it is really going to help elevate us because they are going to bring the kind of balance that we need. Of course, you're going to have Aurelien Tchouameni that can be able to win the ball, that can help us during second balls, win second balls with its aerial use. And then you have Alex Scott that is also good in playing in tight spaces, good combinations, that can be able to win the ball back, and he can be able to press. He's quite comfortable on the ball. He can help to expose the opposition. So of course, if Manchester United end up buying Alex Scott and Aurelien Tchouameni, they are definitely going to elevate our midfield status. So I want you guys to give me your thoughts on the comment section on the player you feel that Manchester United should be going for. Should we go for Alex Scott and Aurelien Tchouameni, or should we go for Alex Scott or Aurelien Tchouameni? And wait for your comments down below. See you guys in my next video. Ciao.